Thank you. So welcome everybody. I am Karen Horkington from specifically from the professional education, where we offer programs, professional programs that lead directly into the workplace. So I am going to share a presentation about some of our programs that we have to offer. So I'm just going to flip over to my presentation. So I am from the University of Winnipeg. We are located in the city of Winnipeg in the province of Manitoba in Canada. As you can see here, we are located directly in the middle of Canada. And so Toronto is about a 2.5-hour flight, and Vancouver is about a 3-hour flight from Winnipeg. We are in the 7th largest city in Canada, about 800,000 population. We have one of the most competitive cities in US and Western Canada. So a lot of companies are choosing to set up their offices here in Winnipeg. We are listed one of the best large cities to live in Canada, and I will show you some numbers about what that means. And we have the 3rd strongest economy growth in the major metropolitan areas in Canada. So that means that there's a lot of growth, a lot of companies that are coming here, which means a lot of good job potential in Winnipeg. Now, these are just some of the companies that have been coming and choosing to set up their offices in Winnipeg, including Boeing, New Flyer, Canada Goose, Ubisoft, Standard Aero, Monsanto. And this is just some of our big companies, but it shows the diversity.
Karen, I'm so sorry to interrupt, but we don't see the slides moving, at least on my side.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure how it's not moving.
Okay, now it just moved. So I guess it's all right now, but before it wasn't moving. Just
okay.
Okay.
Is it moving now?
Can you change it?
Yeah, it's in the Manitoba Advantage, a strong, diverse economy.
Yeah, it's on that part now.
Perfect. Okay. So I just wanted to highlight some of the companies that are coming here. It is a diverse economy showing technology, manufacturing, agriculture. So we are not just a one type of industry. There are multiple industries that are coming here to Winnipeg. Specifically, the University of Winnipeg, we are located in the heart of downtown. So these are just some of the photos that are taken within a kilometer, I would say, from the university. So we are directly in town. So there's a lot of venues, concerts, companies that are close by. As mentioned, we are downtown. So there's a lot of programs that the university offers. This is a summary of the different ones. So we have bachelor degrees, English language, high school, professional applied and continuing education, which is the post degree, and graduate studies. So these are all of our academic programs. However, I am going to focus on the professional applied and continuing education programs. This is one of our buildings, the Buehler Center, which is also downtown. We have about, I think it's closer now to about 400 full-time students. They are coming from around the world. We have over 30 different countries that are coming. And some of the things that sets us apart, and I will highlight these, is that our instructors are industry professionals. Our classes are low. We have between 15 to 36 students in a program. If you do want to continue with a degree, there's transfer credit. However, most of our students are coming in with degrees already. The students who are in these cohorts, they're getting to know their classmates. They're together for the duration of their program. They get to know their instructors. They will meet each other, meet the instructors, and really work together in their programs. So these are the programs that we offer in their post-degree diploma program.
Karen, I'm so sorry, but I need to interrupt again. The slide is still in the 3rd one. I know you're talking about the buildings and everything.
Yeah, it's not, I'm not sure what's going on here.
I'm also not sure. Can you maybe make it full screen? Maybe that would help.
Yeah, it was full screen. Yeah. How's this? What do you see now?
I see PACE diploma programs.
Correct. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, but I think that there is a problem, like whenever you move the slide, it just keeps sticking to the page that you show us.
Okay. So if I do it this way, is that going to help? Do you see it's in the kind of in here, but if I move the slides through here, does that help?
So now it changed, but I think maybe in the full screen, when you change it, the change will not go through. You know what I mean?
Okay, so I'll just keep it here then.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah, then you can see it.
Okay.
So you missed some of the photos. I will just quickly show our downtown. So this is our downtown with the buildings. But I will then flip through to our programs, which is what I want to touch on. So these are our diploma programs. They are primarily business programs, ranging from the advanced business, supply chain, marketing. We do have 2 IT programs, networks security and web development programs. So these are very industry focused and providing skills for the students to get those jobs. I'm going to highlight some of our alumni along the way because we do focus on getting students into the industry, connected with the industry to get jobs in the industry, which is to this next slide, why our students are getting jobs. So as mentioned, our courses are taught by professionals from the industry. I'm actually the program manager for the project management program, and I hire project managers to teach. So that is across in all of our programs. So you as a student would be taught directly from the industry. We also include many networking opportunities throughout the program. We invite alumni who are working to come back and talk to you. We connect you with the associations, the professional associations, so that you can network and get to know the associations. And it is, although a practical and applied diploma that you're getting, it is under the University of Winnipeg. So we are a public university. It is well recognized both here and across Canada. So the University of Winnipeg will be on your diploma. And our courses, our programs are directly aligned to the industry and accredited. So many of our programs are actually pathways to professional designations to help you move on and get some more designations. And they are going to prepare you for the real world. We don't want hypothetical. These are not theoretical scenarios that you're going to learn in the program. If you want to be a human resource professional, you need to know what's going to happen when you're getting to work. And we're constantly updating. We're always reviewing our programs to make sure that they are what the industry is looking for so that you get a job. What I want to highlight here is some of our professionals that are teaching in our program. So this is Crystal Robert Macy. She teaches several of our courses in their programs, and she is the owner and the principal of the sponsorship experience. So she teaches in a variety of our programs, including project management and the public relations program. Chuck Meltzer, he is the president of the SynTech Group. He teaches leadership development and essential skills, which are courses that are also in many of our programs. So he's getting to know many of our students in a variety of the programs. Another instructor, Christina Semaniak, she is the senior human resource consultant with People First HR Services. She teaches the recruitment and selection. So as you can see, she has a lot of experience in HR, and she's teaching from what she knows. Juanita is another instructor. She's a manager at the Workers' Compensation Board, one of our biggest employers here in Winnipeg. She teaches project management fundamentals and procurement and contract law. So these are just 4 of our instructors that are teaching in our programs, but this would represent all of our instructors, that they're coming in from the industry. So the question is, what do you get with your program? So first of all, many of our programs include multiple credentials. So you're not just getting one credential when you finish the program. If you are taking marketing management diploma, which is a 2-year program, by the end of those 2 years, you are going to get a marketing management diploma, digital and social media certificate, and a management certificate. So you're getting all 3 of them in the 2-year program. In the project management program, which is a 1-year program, you're going to get a project management diploma and a management certificate. And that is, again, quite similar to most of our programs. We want you to walk out with as many skills as possible so that, again, you get that job and you can do the job. Also, as mentioned, there are pathways to professional designations. Most of them require additional steps after you finish the program, but our programs are recognized as step one. So Human Resource Management Diploma, which is also a one-year program, students can continue after the program to get their Certified Human Resources Professional designation and Certified in Management certificate. So these are all professional designations recognized by the industry. Web development is another one. So with this one, you can actually continue on for multiple credentials with the courses that you're taking in the program. We also include membership to professional associations. We want you to network. We want you to know the industry and professionals that work in the industry. So the Supply Chain Management Diploma is a membership to the Supply Chain Management Association, Manitoba. Public Relations, Marketing, Strategic Communications Diploma program has membership to 2 associations, and these are all active associations. So we encourage students to go and connect. We also include a 4-week internship at the end of the program. My caveat always is that it's not guaranteed. You do need to be academically eligible, so you do need to maintain a minimum 3.0 GPA. Along with that, you do need to provide your resume and interview with the sites. However, we help you with that. We have a course specifically focusing on your resume so that you have a good resume. And then when you start interviewing, we also have practice interviewing. We're going to give you feedback on your resume. We're going to give you feedback on your interviewing. And then we work with the internship sites. We set them up. We have connections with hundreds of companies around Winnipeg, ranging from small companies to large companies. And these are really good opportunities for you to showcase what you have already learned in the program. Now, every time we do internship, there's usually some that will end up getting hired from their internship site. Others will get a good reference. Others will be referred to other companies. So it's, again, a fantastic way of starting your career in Winnipeg. So here are some examples of some of our international students who have already come through our programs. Nelly Blancas was from Mexico. She was actually hired before she finished the program as a project manager at the Manitoba Hydro International Company. Peter Bichet did the network security program. He's working as an ICT systems engineer. Otis Ededike from Nigeria. He did the financial management program, is working as a finance coordinator. And Olga Shupta from Ukraine. She's at a variety of working in companies, but right now she's working at the City of Winnipeg in the HR recruitment division. So these are just some of our alumni. We have way more on our website, showcasing that our programs really do segue into professional careers here in Winnipeg. So these are the numbers that usually people need to know at the beginning. So these are our different programs. These are the tuition. It is all Canadian prices. Now, these 2 programs that are 2-year programs, financial management and marketing, this tuition is for both years. So for marketing, when you're walking out with 3 different credentials, $24,000 over 2 years is, I think, a fairly affordable price. We have various start dates depending on the program. Some of the programs run twice a year. Right now, project management is running 3 times a year, with some programs only offered once a year. So you would need to look at what the start date is and plan accordingly. And these are our direct durations. Now, our 1-year programs are 12 months. They are pretty intensive programs. We go pretty quickly through the course materials because we want you to be working as soon as possible when you finish the program. At the end, I will touch a little bit on our immigration pathway because the reality is most of our students are looking to immigrate to Canada. And our 1-year programs are a good pathway for that. So the application deadlines that are listed at the bottom there, they are like final application deadlines. We do close programs before those deadlines, but those are kind of the final deadlines that we've got. So for our programs, we do require a bachelor degree at minimum for all of our programs. Most of our programs, excluding, the only one is the public relations program, but all of our other programs do require minimum 1 year work experience. The reason we do that is because they are slightly higher level programs. They are management level courses, so you do need to come in with at least 1 year. And just as a note, internship is not counted towards that 1 year. They do require professional 1 year work experience. They don't have to be related to the program that you want to choose, but work experience in any area is required. We do require the English language, the English language requirement, which is the academic IELTS 6.5 overall, the reading and the writing not lower than 6. But there are many other ways of meeting that English requirement. TOEFL, for a limited time, we're also including Duolingo. We have an English language program as part of the University of Winnipeg, which is also another option. As mentioned, we do have a provincial nominee program specific to Manitoba. So if this is your ultimate goal and actually moving to Canada, if you choose Manitoba, our province, as home, we actually are able to nominate to fast track your immigration application. So in 2018, nearly 2,000 international graduates were nominated. So the province really likes the international students that are choosing to take our programs because it does help you fast track your immigration. Now in Manitoba, if you are able to secure a higher level position, you are able to apply for your immigration either right away or 6 months after you started working. So that's where our 1 year programs are actually a good way to fast track and get started in Canada. Another thing that sets Manitoba apart is our cost of living. So this is the average rent in Winnipeg is almost $1,000 a month. Now this is for a full one bedroom apartment. If you are going on a campus, there are residences available and there are some cheaper ones if you want to just rent a room. But when you are comparing Winnipeg to other Canadian cities like Vancouver and Toronto, you will see that we are nearly half, actually less than half, the cost of living when you're looking at those other cities. And especially if you are thinking of potentially coming with a family and thinking long-term and wanting to get a house, the price of the house is nearly a quarter of what you would pay in Vancouver and a third of what you would pay in Toronto. So, and I should add that the salary ranges, so while our cost of living is a lot more affordable, what you would get paid in a job would be the same as what you would get in Toronto and Vancouver. So the cost of living or the living is a lot cheaper here. You can afford more, especially if you're coming with children as well. There's the childcare that is half the price as well. So I have kept this presentation fairly short, but I just want to finish off with a couple of the photos that we've got here from Winnipeg. The questions I always get is how cold does it get, or is it always winter in Winnipeg? Because they've kind of just hear about Canada and how cold it is. Yes, we have winter, but I would say we own winter. We have done very well with winter. We have a lot of sports and activities that we have are doing in winter. But here are some photos from fall as well. We got our beautiful colors in the fall. And of course, we do get our spring and summer. Spring has already come here in Winnipeg. We're very much looking forward to summer and to our warm weathers. Our average temperatures in summer can go 25 to 30 degrees Celsius. And the winter is sometimes up to -15, -20 is about the average. So this is the application process if you are considering the post-degree diploma programs. You typically recommend about 1 year before, or we open up applications 1 year before. Everything is online. We move pretty quickly through our applications, and you should hear more typically about 2 weeks, 1 to 2 weeks after you've applied. You should get your application already or your confirmation whether you've been admitted. and then you would follow the next steps in order to secure your seat. We do have a couple of scholarships that are available for PACE applicants. Specifically, one is prior to the start of the program, which is the President's Scholarship. And for PACE students, it's up to $3,500. We have some in-course awards as well, which you can apply to. You can apply to them directly with the program. Yeah, that's the end of kind of our snapshot presentations. Like I said, I have kept it fairly short, but I'm more than happy to answer any questions. If you have any questions about the programs, or if you have any specific applications or Winnipeg questions, I am happy to answer any of those questions now. Yes, I'm seeing a couple of questions, so we did miss them. If there are any of the information that you want me to repeat, please let me know. Unfortunately, we kind of missed some of the earlier presentation or PowerPoints. But yeah, I mean, really the push with our programs is that we are very much industry aligned. Actually, what I'll do is I'm going to flip back. I am just going to show you the courses and the course information so you can see that. So those are, again, our programs that we have to offer. And when students are thinking of coming to Canada, to Winnipeg, what I typically like to provide students is the alumni that have already come through our programs. You can find our alumni stories on our website. You can follow us on Instagram as well. We're constantly posting. We're posting a lot of stories right now. Right now, things feel a bit uncertain because of the COVID-19. However, I do want to add that Manitoba has a very low number. So we're pretty hopeful that things are going to slowly transition back to normal sooner rather than later. I do see that there is one question about whether the prices are Canadian. Yes, these are Canadian prices. All the prices that I've listed here are in Canadian dollars. Yeah, it's pretty quiet with the questions. It's a good question. What makes Winnipeg different from other cities? Well, I would say, first of all, we have a lot in common with big cities. We have all the amenities. Like if you're looking for sports, we've got top of the level, we've got the Jets. We are actually huge hockey fans. But if you like to have soccer or basketball or whatever sport, we have a lot of professional athletes here. We've got the big concerts coming through. We have a lot of festivals that we have throughout the year. So we have a lot of the city stuff. But unlike the big cities, we are small enough. I sometimes joke that we are a little bit like a big small town. People are connected. So this is very good for students come through our programs. You build your network and they can actually connect you with other companies. And also, well, the two biggest things, which I mentioned already, is the cost of living. We are one of the most affordable in Canada while maintaining a comfort that is very Canadian. So you can expect to have a fairly comfortable life here in Winnipeg and affordable life here, while also the immigration pathway does set us apart. We are one of the fastest immigration programs in Canada. Another question that came in was whether this university offers scholarships. So yes, there are those two. And yes, I can share the PowerPoint and provide that information. The awards office at the University of Winnipeg offers one scholarship specifically for students prior to starting the program. And then it is based on grades, prior grades. For the May 15th deadline for September 2020, yes, we did actually push back the application deadline for fall 2020 for most of our programs. Two of our programs we've already closed because we were pretty full already. So the human resources and project management programs have already been closed for the fall 2020. However, all of our other fall 2020 programs, we are accepting applications until June 1st. So we did push back the deadline for those two programs. I'm just watching the questions as they're coming in. Any other questions, I'm happy to answer. What I will include, so I can provide the PowerPoint for this information. However, I can also provide more information about Winnipeg. I recently saw a very short video showcasing Winnipeg and what Winnipeg has to offer. And it can give you a bit of an idea of Winnipeg. I should actually include Manitoba has always been encouraging immigration, has always been looking for immigrants to choose Winnipeg and Manitoba as home. And we were the first province to have a program that fast tracks in immigration applications. And so they started that program 20 years ago. And in 20 years, we've had 200,000 immigrants choosing Winnipeg. So of the 800,000 that I just posted, there's 200,000 of those have chosen Winnipeg in the last 20 years. So we are a very diverse city. There's over 100 languages spoken in Winnipeg. My parents are immigrants. You will be in class with either people choosing Winnipeg or whose parents have chosen Winnipeg. So very diverse from around the world. But it is a place, I often say Winnipeg is not a flashy city like Toronto and Vancouver. We're more of a city that you want to call home. So if you're looking for a place to call home, this is Winnipeg. We're not flashy, but we are definitely a place to settle down in. I don't see any other questions coming in. Any other questions? I can keep talking, but I want to make sure I'm actually answering the questions. Regarding some of our alumni that are getting jobs, and that's really the focus of our programs, my goal as a program manager and the goal of PACE is that you get a job at the end of this program. So as already mentioned, we are trying to do everything we can within the program to get you connected, to give you the skills that you need, to get you networking with the industry. So I actually just had a student who finished the project management program. He finished the program, I think, about 3 weeks ago. So we, during this period, as it is across the world right now, we moved everything online. Their coursework is online. Most companies here in Winnipeg have moved online. And despite everything going online during this period, the student who just graduated 3 weeks ago emailed me this week to let me know that he just got hired as a data analyst in one of our companies here in Winnipeg. So that made me pretty happy to see that even though things have moved online, our students are still seeing success in getting those jobs. So we've got more stories like that on our Instagram site. It's PACE U Winnipeg, or U Winnipeg PACE. And so we are posting those stories and how some of our alumni are transitioning their work online. So we are moving forward. We're still seeing students transitioning and doing well. And in fact, the student who just got that job, who emailed me to let me know he got the job, he said when he went to go for the interview, the person interviewing him was a PACE alumni. So there's a lot of networking that happens not just with the industry, but with the alumni who are out there working. So by graduating from the University of Winnipeg from PACE, you are part of the family. And we stay connected with our PACE alumni and see where they go. I don't see any more questions coming in. Is there any other questions about Winnipeg, about the programs? I'm happy to answer any questions that come in. For fall programs, if you are thinking of our fall programs, we would encourage you to take a look at our programs, and if you want to apply. The next set of programs are starting in January. The fall programs, just so you know right now, we are looking at starting them online. depending on what's happening globally and in Canada specifically. But from our end, we are planning to move ahead to do these programs. And then, of course, with the January programs, we were planning to move ahead as they are as well. Hopefully by next year, things will settle down and we can start everything in class, because we do get to know our students quite well. Some of the alumni that I had featured, they were in the project management program, so I know them actually quite well. We want to see new students coming and choosing Winnipeg. We haven't seen a lot of Turkish students. We've had a few, but we would love to see some more coming into our programs. I'm not sure.
I have a question, because most people ask this question a lot, so I wanted to ask, how about the food? Turkish people can get a little picky when it comes to food.
Well, it's funny because a lot of people will ask me what is typical Canadian food, and I have a very hard time answering that question because it depends on what culture you grew up with. So within Winnipeg, oh gosh, I always have a hard time answering that because we have hundreds of different nationalities, cultures represented here. So whatever you want to eat, you will find. So most grocery stores offer a wide range of what you want to look for. We actually have a very good restaurant scene in Winnipeg. A lot of these, how should I say, where they're offering really good food with different cultural backgrounds in the food. So you can find whatever you want here, actually. And the grocery stores, if you're looking to make your own food, we have a lot of different grocery stores that are catering to different nationalities or different cultures. So depending on what part of town you may be in, you can start looking at the different the different aisles that they have to offer. We've got, some of them are, this is not from the Turkish side, but if you're in an area where there may be more from India, you might have a little bit more of a Indian flavored aisle, some for the Filipino, but like I said, you can find everything. I would say whatever you are looking for to eat, you will probably find here in Winnipeg. And if you are not wanting to make your own food, like I said, we've got lots of restaurants where I was a little surprised to find out that our restaurant scene is actually quite well known. And that, if you're willing to go and eat out, you've got a lot of options. I haven't heard of a Turkish restaurant, but I'm sure there's one in here in Winnipeg.
That sounds great.
Yeah. So, are there any other typical questions that, I'm hoping I had answered most of those typical questions, but if there's anything else coming in.
Yeah, some people also ask about sports scholarships or merit-based scholarships. If you have some skill, you can maybe mention them, and also maybe talk about off-campus living, maybe if there is a possibility like that.
Yeah, so with scholarships, for PACE students specifically, the President's Scholarship is the only one that is eligible for international students. If you're looking at degree studies, so bachelor degrees, there may be some more options, and I can provide the link to the awards office. They don't have any sports scholarships, but they do have a couple of other scholarships that are available for bachelor degrees only. So for the post-degree diploma programs, it is the ones that I listed before. I actually can flip through it. Here we go. So those are the scholarships that would be for PACE students. Regarding off-campus living, well, there's two. So there's on-campus living, and like I said, we are a downtown campus. So there are two main residences that are available or part of the University of Winnipeg. One is with meal plan, one is without a meal plan. So if you are looking for food, there's that option. If you're thinking, no, I just need the room, there's that option. I will add, actually, if you're coming with a family, they do have family residences available as well. So it is not just for single students, it is for families as well. Off campus, we're limited in what we are providing information on. However, as said, we are downtown. So there's a lot of different apartments that are very close by. Once you're looking at the programs, we can provide a little bit more information on where you can start looking. But like I said, we're very, like, there's apartments, you know, within 10 meters from the university. Depending on who's asking, sometimes I'll say, if you're coming, if you have children, typically I recommend saying, start with the school where you want your children to go to school and then start looking around. Again, depending on what you're looking for, if you are looking at the residence and you're looking at without meal plan, I think it's about $500 Canadian per month. If you're looking with meal plan, I think it's about $700 or $800 per month. If you are looking to get your own apartment, it's a 1-bedroom apartment, that is about $1,000 a month for the rent for a 1-bedroom apartment. Yeah, and I also say, if you are looking to go further out from downtown, all the buses come downtown. So even if you decide to live a little further out, there's a good chance you'll be close to a bus route and can come into downtown as well. But yeah, I hope that answered that question. The residence information, I can include that. I didn't have that in here, but I should have. We do have the residence, the Winnipeg residence information, which you can connect with to ask about the residence, or if you want to do it just to start with, and then once you're comfortable in Winnipeg and want to start looking around, you can look for other options then.
Great. Anything else do you want to add before you wrap up?
No, I think that was it. Like I said, I want to just focus on our post-degree diploma programs, but the University of Winnipeg does have many other programs. We have bachelor degrees, master degrees, English language programs. But if you have any questions with the programs that I have highlighted, please please contact us, or we will follow up with you as well. If you're in a hurry and you want to check us out, you can go to our website, which is uwinnipeg.ca with PACE, P-A-C-E. And you can just check us out there. You can check out the students, check out our programs. Or if you're in a hurry and you want to connect with us, you can email us at paceft, P-A-C-E-F-T, at uwinnipeg.ca, and we're more than happy to send you the information. But I think that covered most of my information. And if no one has any more questions, I'm watching the questions here. I'm not seeing any more come in. But that would be it from my end.
Thank you so much. Can you maybe drop your email address on the chat box so people can contact you?
Sure. I'm going to drop our PACE FT. So this is PACE FT. I hope that popped up. Or this is our website. And that's our website where you can check us out. So yeah, I think that's it from my end. And I hope to hear from you guys. I hope everybody's staying safe and staying healthy during this time. And I do hope that we could see some of you join us in Winnipeg.
Thank you so much for participating. It was really great, Karen.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Take care. We'll see you later.
See you. Have a good day. Bye.